Live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Oh, yeah, man. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Fame. I got my man, Brad Gilmore, here with me. Do we got any special guests in with us as well?
Not yet, but we're going to have a special guest joining us here after this first segment.
I was just checking, man. I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame, getting your champagne wishes. Caviar dreams, baby. How you feel, dog? How you feel after night two?
Man, night one. I mean, all of them, both of them. I was skeptical of a 2-night SummerSlam. I said, I don't know if they could do it. I'm not sure. But man, did they land that plane.
Can I just say this?
Yes.
Did it look like WrestleMania?
It felt like WrestleMania. Looked like WrestleMania. Had the vibe of WrestleMania.
It was unbelievable. That the arena, to set up the people. I mean, it was sold out both nights. I'm gonna tell you, man, WWE is doing its best business. I don't know if they're doing their best work, but they're doing their best business right now in 2025. Seriously.
I couldn't agree with you more. I was skeptical of a 2-night SummerSlam. I thought, man, that's overkill. SummerSlam, look, just leave that for WrestleMania. But I'll be honest with you. I thought the same thing for WrestleMania. I was like, I don't know if they could do 2 nights. Remember, the first time they did it was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then it ended up working great. And it's almost like the old pay-per-view model. I remember seeing an interview with Eric Bischoff back in the day where I think WCW had 5 pay-per-views at first, and then they went to 7. And WWE went to 7. Then Eric said, then we went to 10. WWE went to 10. Then we said, hell, 7 worked, 10 worked better. Let's do 1 a month. And then there's been pay-per-views every month. It seems the same philosophy with this 2 nights. It's like WrestleMania does 2 nights and does great business. Let's try it with SummerSlam. And then boom, it works. I mean, they had 130,000 or something crazy like that over 2 days.
The people, man. It's all about the people, man. You gotta love it, man. But like I say, just watching it definitely had that WrestleMania feel, and it just made me think how big business is right now, man. But night 2, what do you want to start, man? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't get a chance to watch all of the pay-per-view, but I went back and watched the recap, and it seemed like it was an amazing show. Talk to me. Tell me about it.
Well, you know what? I can, and we're gonna have a special guest who's gonna join some of it, but some of the big surprises. We had our ESPN national show on Saturday where we did our own kickoff to SummerSlam, and I will say, although I said something on that show I did not think was actually going to happen, but remember when we went to King Kong Ortiz and Deontay Wilder, the second fight. Yeah. And you were saying, like, I'm going to go with Ortiz. And the reason you were saying that is, like, if I get it right, I look like a genius, right? Like, I called it before anybody else did. Yeah. And it was you hedged your bets, and it was a great idea. So I did that on our SummerSlam stream. I said, you know what? I'm throwing out there, Seth is going to cash in and become the world champion. I had zero thought that would actually happen. The only thing that stuck out to me was the swell where he said his knee was too swollen to scan it. I thought that was weird on the Rich Eisen show. But other than that, I had no inclination that it would actually happen. So to me, that was a shocker, even for me, as I called it. I called it would happen, but I was still shocked by it.
I mean, but that is something that could happen. The body part can be too swollen to actually get a good enough image.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It sounded weird to me.
No, that's a fact. But you called it. Seth Rollins actually did the damn thing. What about the biggest surprise of the night, though?
Are you talking about Brock?
Of course. Those are the biggest surprises. You know what? I'm glad he's gotten past this drama. You know what I mean? Because the hardest thing, when you're going through drama is just having to sit back and not being able to say anything. I'm glad he's got his name cleared, and now he's able to get back in the ring and do what he does best. Brock Lesnar has had a hell of a Hall of Fame career. He's definitely been one of the best that this business has ever seen. And the thing is, he didn't do it the traditional route like most wrestlers, as far as going out there having so-called 5-star matches. He just went out there and beat the hell out of guys where you say, man, that was 5 stars.
5-star ass woman. It was great to see Brock back. Some people might even say that it was a here come the bounce back. A bounce back. for Brock.
It was the bounce back.
Here come the bounce back.
You like that, don't you?
Oh, I had to cut it for this.
I know you like it, man.
Oh
You
my
look.
gosh. Well, because even though he's an action star,
Sometimes I'm an actor star.
That's the best part right there. That's the best part for me right there, dog. I swear to God. Hey, live, man. He went in deep on that.
Sometimes I'm an actor star.
Miss Chabelle was just talking about this, man. And Chabelle had the same sentiment that I did. And it's Will Smith. That's just Will. That's Will being Will. You know what I mean? That's 5 stars as far as I'm concerned.
Parents just don't understand. Now, when it comes to Brock, yeah, I was surprised to see him back again. No inclination, no idea, no rumblings on the internets. Nobody called it. No one predicted it. It wasn't on anyone's bingo card, as they say a lot nowadays. So I was shocked by it. And I remember in February, is when that lawsuit that you're referring to, they actually named Brock in it, although he has no litigation. I think it should be clear to say there's no litigation against Brock. There's no pending litigation against Brock. He has not been called as a witness. He's not been subpoenaed. He's not testifying. None of that is occurring to my knowledge with Brock. I know that Ms. Grant and her lawyers put out some statement about it, about Brock coming back and what have you. That's not neither here nor there. What we know now is that Brock is back. And obviously, they had to get the okay from the legal department to have him come back. Don't know the ins and outs of that, but I just know what's going on in front of the television screen. And I've always been a Brock Lesnar fan as far as his in-ring goes. We always talk about Brock Lesnar and his presence, the authenticity that he brings. And honestly, he and Cena, you called that match. You remember the match that he and Cena had at Extreme Rules? It was Brock's first match back.
Yeah.
And it was right after Cena lost to Rock at Mania 28. You're on the commentary booth, and Brock comes back, and has that fight with Cena, and then they had the epic SummerSlam encounter back in 2014. So it kind of makes sense for John Cena to get a Brock Lesnar match on his way out. To have Brock come back, let him and Cena tussle one more time. Lock horns, if you will. It makes a lot of sense to me. I was surprised by it too. Super surprised.
I like it. I like it. Brock coming back, having his name cleared. Like I said, that's huge. That's huge. Like I said, this world that we live in today, all it takes, boom, is one allegation, one accusation, and your life could be uprooted totally. So I'm just glad, like I said, to see him back in the ring doing what he does best. And that's go out there and kick people's ass. And I tell you, man, what a show. What a show. What do you think was the highlight for you for night 2?
Well, you know what? I have a lot of highlights, but right now I also want to bring in a third mic for us. Here in this first segment, we'll continue this talk into SummerSlam after the break, but he is our producer over there on ESPN Radio, coming in from Bristol, Connecticut. He is the man's on the wheels of steels and on the ones and twos. Josiah is in the building. What's going on, Joe?
Hey guys, man, I'm just happy you guys are including me in the conversation. This is epic for me, guys. Epic.
What'd you think of Brock coming back?
Oh my gosh.
We were texting during the show, and we were both like, something's going to happen, but we didn't know this was going to happen.
Nah, and I don't think anyone thought Brock Lesnar was cleared by upper management to go ahead and debut or come back. And all I could say was, holy bleepin' bleep. And that is exactly what I texted you, Brad, when I heard that theme hit. And when I saw that beast come down to the ring and absolutely tear John Cena to shreds.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, boy.
Talk about John Cena and Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean? Those guys, like I said, I watched. I didn't get a chance to watch all the pay-per-view, but just watching the recaps. Those guys went out there. Not just John Cena and Cody. Everybody seemed to just say, "Man, we're just gonna let it all hang out tonight. This is gonna be like a street fight across the board. Everybody's just gonna go." I'm serious.
Every match was a street fight.
Everybody's just gonna go out and you can just do whatever the hell you want to do tonight, you
Yeah.
can do it. Okay, it was
No
one of
doubt.
those nights. Right? I'm giving the okay like that at Reality Wrestling.
Well,
Coming up.
we have Summer Champions this Saturday. Don't miss it at the Walk Texas Lloyd Arena, where we do have a lot of big matches, including hair versus hair, steel cage, Simone street fight, and more. But you are right, and Joe, we'll get into it too after the break. But to me, it's like you had a triple threat match, which is technically no disqualification. Then you had a no DQ match, okay, which is essentially a street fight. Then you had a steel cage match where there aren't any rules. Then you had a TLC match where there aren't any rules. You had Dom and AJ, which are straight up.
That tag match,
No rules.
no rules.
Yeah.
And then the main event, no rules.
I loved it. You know who won last night? The
Who?
people, man. The
Yes.
people.
No
The
doubt.
people got a chance to see ECW 2.0. Hey, guys, stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.
Fellas, let's talk about confidence. The kind of confidence that counts when it's time to step up and deliver. And that's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets designed to help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer lasting erections. We're talking about getting in the game and staying in it.
And you know what they say, man. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And with Blue Chew, you can take these chewables anytime, day or night. So you're always good to go when the opportunity strikes. And the best part, the entire process is done online. No doctor's visits, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy.
Ooh, yeah. And Blue Chew is putting their money where their mouth is, offering you a whole month for free. It's simple. You sign up at bluechew.com and consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once approved, you'll receive your prescription delivered discreetly right to your door, made in the USA and ready to go when you are.
Now, Brad, let's get real. Does it work? Man, they'll mistake you for a soldier at full salute. You'll be pitching a tent like a true Eagle Scout, man. Blue Chew won't stop until every man is bricked up like a brick house. That's the mission, dog.
And listen, confidence is key, especially when you're all bricked up. There's nothing sexier than a man who's ready to go. And at BlueChew.com, they can help bring that energy when it matters most. Don't miss out on what could be the best night of your life. Make life easier by getting harder. Discover your options at BlueChew.com, and we've got a deal just for our listeners. Try your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com, use the promo code Booker, and there's more details and important safety information. And as always, we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast.
Oh, yeah, man. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Hard times, good times, everything.
Oh, man.
Oh,
How
yeah,
is
man.
someone...
SummerSlam night 2 went down.
I was going to say, how is somebody not taken the Dusty Rhodes Hard Times promo and tried to adapt it to the Blue Chew ad read yet? You know what I mean? Hard times, Daddy. Hard times.
There it is. You guys know what happened. I lost everybody for a second.
You lost it. I said, how come
We back,
somebody
we
hasn't taken the Dusty Rhodes Hard Times promo and made it a Blue Chew ad read?
It's free money. It's free money, dude.
We should have done that a long time. Hard times.
You still have time. You still have time.
We got to do that.
30 years. 30 years.
30 years. Hard time.
30 years of growth.
Wait, we were talking about SummerSlam, night 1 and 2. Josiah, just give us your overview, like night 1 and 2. Like, what stuck out to you the most? What were your matches of the night, and so on?
I would say the obvious match of the night of night 1 to me had to be the main, right? It had to be the main. I didn't love night 1 like I liked night 2, and I thought the main of night 1 really saved it for me in terms of the feeling I had going into the main. So, you know, you guys know I'm a huge CM Punk fan. I was so hyped to see him win that championship, but I had a weird feeling in my gut. The entire time he's celebrating, he's crying, he has the emotion taking him up in the moment, and then burn it down. And we did not know if he was taking that brace off. And the moment he took that brace off, part of me was like, ugh, CM Punk, karma, man. It's back. It's coming for you. It's back. And yeah, Seth is your new world heavyweight champion. I can't wait to hear what he has to say on Monday Night Raw tonight.
You know how quickly he came back from that injury? It was like he did a
Here come the bounce back.
Come on, man.
No,
what I like is CM Punk since he came back to WWE, it haven't just been given to him. He's had to work for everything that he's gotten since he's been back in WWE, and it seems like he's been okay with it. It seems like this is a totally different CM Punk as far as going out there and wanting to entertain the fans to the highest degree. I really love this version of CM Punk. I really do.
Well, you know what? I agree with you. I think that Punk has really come back in, and he's almost taken, in some ways, that Shawn Michaels approach when Shawn came back after his injury. Kind of everyone said different personality, much easier to work with, was emphasis on putting the younger talent over, good stories, compelling matches, really just doing whatever he could to service the product. I don't know what you think about that, Joe.
No, I think that's a great analogy because, and you saw it in the reaction when he returned at Survivor Series. Half of that cage, they were visibly irate. And those were real emotions. None of them knew he was coming back. That was kept a secret. No one knew he was coming back. So, like you said, just the growth from him 10 years ago to his time in AEW to now, the 3 years from AEW to now.
You know what? Maybe everybody need to go to AEW for a run.
Seems like a nice reset button.
just to see what it feels like for a minute. Just, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah, grass ain't always greener, bro.
No, you know what? That's what I was actually reminded of in a slight way watching SummerSlam Night 2. It did make me think about AEW for a second because of all of the carnage and chaos, all of the madness. But it seemed like such a controlled chaos, such a controlled madness. Everything seems so freaking on point.
Yeah.
Io Sky, Naomi, Rhea Ripley.
Oh, man, yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, those ladies, they went out there and they tore it up. They tore it up. You feel me? And so for me, that's what I'm talking about as far as the control chaos and the control violence that WWE put on with SummerSlam Night 2. It was spectacular. It was what was that word that Dusty used to use? Pandemonium. That's what it felt like last night for me, just watching the little bit of it that I did.
Yeah, Josiah, talk to me about the main event of Night 2 as well. John Cena, Cody Rhodes. I think that a lot of people who watched their WrestleMania match, there was something left there to be desired, especially with the Travis Scott Fiend 5-minute entrance.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, this Cena heel turn, we loved it when it happened at Elimination Chamber. It does seem like it is now in the rearview mirror. So talk to me about your thoughts of what to expect going into that main event last night, or Night 2, excuse me, and then, the result of Night 2, which I thought is a match of the year candidate.
Yeah, well, like match of the year candidate indeed. And I think John Cena, in terms of the in-ring work, we were waiting for a match like this, right? And I feel like I haven't seen him put on a show like this since his feud with AJ in 2017.
I agree.
I feel like the feeling I got after that match is the same feelings I got from that feud. And you bring up, what I was feeling going into it. I told you my gut feeling was John was swerving us. I thought, he was going to come out in the coming weeks and be like, Cody wanted me, I gave him me. And he obviously didn't end up winning the match. But if he were to win the match, I thought he's going to be like, I beat you, I was me, and I fooled all of you. But we didn't get that. And Brock coming back makes it all make sense, right? Right?
Yeah. I was wondering, Book, because they did just kind of I don't want to say abandon, but they course corrected a little bit with John Cena in his last run. They diverted away from the heel turn. And I was kind of trying to figure out, why do it so suddenly? Oh, it's because you have Brock Lesnar coming back. And that's what's going to happen.
And does the Unreal Era, I know we were joking about this in our show, does the Unreal Era make that shift happen so quickly, right? Because of the episode.
You know what? I don't think so, man. I really think this is all about John Cena not being a heel. John Cena's not I said this. Yeah. I said this. I said John Cena is not a heel. He can't even play a good heel. He can't be he tries to make his face look like he's mad. And you know it's not real. You know there is nowhere near that's not him. I thought the baby face turn was with John Cena just saying, hey man, let's just course correct and get back on pace. We know Brock Lesnar's coming back. I'll be able to do something with that on the way out. But what I loved about that match was I don't know, I could be wrong, but it seemed like Cody Rhodes told John Cena, hey bro, don't worry about me tonight. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Don't try to protect me. Just do it. And it seemed like it was that way, throughout the night. It seemed like with everybody, but specifically in that match, it seemed like Cody told John Cena, bro, just do it. And you can apologize later on. That's the way it seemed to me because John was bringing it, man. I mean, he was throwing Cody all over that place, and it seemed like he had no problem doing it. It seemed like he had no care in the world. It seemed like it wasn't a wrestling match. It seemed like it was a good fight.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, they were scrapping out there, and they went almost 38 minutes bell to bell, which is a very long time. In general, for someone at any age and any stage in their career, but a guy who John Cena admittedly has lost a step athletically to his own admission. And for him to go out there and, to me, have the best match of the weekend by far and a match of the year candidate with a guy as great as Cody Rhodes, it just shows you that his heart's still here, man. It's still here, and he wanted to go out there. And one of the cool things, Josiah, was at the very end of the night when you saw the video online. Maybe they had it on the post show. They're playing John Cena's music to go out, and he tells him to cut the music because John said, I just wanted to hear the fans. And he just heard the people as he was walking up the ramp. That's all he wanted to hear. And then he kind of looked back and took it all in one last time because that's his last stadium SummerSlam show. And, the GOAT is what they call him, Joe.
Yeah, and do you think now, is this building towards his last match being a championship match where he wins the belt on the way out like he wants to, but now it's more of a redemption story instead of this heel that's trying to ruin wrestling? Is that now the ultimate goal?
What do you think, Book?
It's hard to say, man. I'm not sure. I just like where the story is going because, we really was unsure before Brock Lesnar came back, especially with the babyface turn. We didn't know where this thing was going. Now we actually, for me, I'm still a fan. I'm still a fan. I like to let it play out. I like to see exactly, how this thing is going to, just like Brock Lesnar coming back. Brad called it. You know what I mean? He willed it into fruition.
The Seth Rollins thing.
Yeah, he did. He called that one.
Yeah. But for me, I like to sit back and, watch it play out as a fan and see exactly what this Cena thing is going to go. Right now, it's prime. The fans are waiting. They're anticipating. They bought in. After last night, everybody's bought in on John Cena. He's the guy now. He's the guy. You're in the Hall of Fame, guys. Stick around.
Appreciate you, Joe.
We'll be back.
Thank you, guys.
Holla, Joe. Hey, this is Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Fame. I got something for you guys, man. Look, when I was a kid, man, cereal was my jam. But now, since I'm a grown man, I'm looking for something that gives me more than just a sugar rush and carbs, man. That's when I found Magic Spoon. Look, it's a cereal that gives you the taste of your childhood favorites, but without sugar and packed with tons of protein.
And if you're already a fan of Magic Spoon, then you need to listen up to this because I've got some big news. Magic Spoon has taken that amazing cereal that we all love and turned it into high-protein treats. These new treats are light, they're crispy, and they become my go-to snack, especially before or even after the gym.
Yeah, man, every serving of Magic Spoon cereal has 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and only 4 grams of net carb. That fruity and cocoa flavor are the classic ones, but there's a whole lot more to try, man.
And those new treats, they've got 12 grams of protein and come in flavors like marshmallow and chocolatey peanut butter. Perfect when you're on the go or you need a quick snack to fuel up before that workout.
Yeah, man, I keep a box in my gym bag, but it's a great late night snack as well. Those treats have that crispy texture, great taste, and the macros that make you feel good about eating them.
So Magic Spoon's bringing back those nostalgic flavors, but without all the stuff that we don't want. So if you want to try it for yourself and get $5 off your next order, go to magicspoon.com/HOF. That's magicspoon.com/HOF. Or you can even find it on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store.
That's magicspoon.com/HOF for $5 off. Magic Spoon, hold on to the dream. Boom, welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, y'all. We just talking a little SummerSlam. Night 2, baby. It went down. East Rutherford, New Jersey. Throw a little New York in there too. All right, we'll do that. But no, man, like I said, I thought it was a hell of a show. I want to thank Josiah for stepping inside the Hall of Fame for a minute, getting a little champagne, wishes, caviar drinks. That's our guy, the man behind the wheel of the steels on our national platform on a regular, dog. Oh yes, man. But yeah, man. What a night. What a show. What a fight.
You're right. And look, there was some stuff that it was like, wow, man, like, because it did feel a little bit last night, like, wow, it's like a street fight, cage match, TLC, no disqualification,
everything,
street fight, cage match again. It was everything. You know, and I felt bad, seriously, by the end of the night because look, Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch, they did a zip tie spot where they zip tied Lyra's hands, right? And then in the next match, there was a steel cage match, and they did a handcuff spot on Jacob Fatu in the next match. I was like, wait a minute, guys.
Did you see that moonsault? Did you see that moonsault Jacob did?
Oh yeah. I mean, come on.
It seemed like it killed those guys.
Oh my God.
You talking about somebody catching. Those guys was right there to catch him too. They took all of it.
They felt that, buddy.
No way I would have been. It would have been all shoulder. I'm serious. A bunch of that. I'm serious, man. But it looks so freaking hard, man. Everything was hard hitting, man. It seemed like everybody said, we're just going to go out tonight and show the world what this company is truly made of. And the fans watching the fans literally just lose it. They was on the edge of the seats. They were standing
all night long.
It was electrifying, literally watching it from home. It really was. And I don't get like that. Like I say, just watching it, and I said, man, this is awesome. This is, like I said, it felt like WrestleMania all over again. So if they can duplicate that, a few times throughout the year, man, it's going to be nuts around that company here in the future.
Oh look, man. Look, next year they're doing another 2-night SummerSlam. They've already announced it.
Two-night evolution.
Now, I think that the next thing we'll get is a 2-night Royal Rumble. It's going to happen, right? It's going to happen to where you have one Rumble on one night, the second Rumble on the other night. I just feel like it's going to happen. But as far as this one goes, again, even night one, you had a few title changes. You had that main event that we talked about, Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins working the shoot into a work. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I think that there was a legitimate injury at one point, but maybe not as bad as they thought it was. They thought this could be a good idea to swerve people, throw people off. Because it was that Saturday night's main event. And to me, I bought into, okay, something happened there. And if nothing happened at all, if there was no injury of any kind whatsoever, he and LA Knight and the rest of the team deserve a round of applause because they got everybody. They got everybody with the Seth Rollins injury. And I will say, I love that he did. Do you remember Gene Wilder and Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory? Have you ever seen that movie? Right. Remember where he's like walking out at first with a cane and then the cane gets stuck and he does a somersault and like jumps up. That's kind of what Seth did with the crutches. Like he had the crutches and then he drops them and then turns around and takes the knee brace off and then runs to the ring. Oh, it was so magnificent. And then Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, they're the new women's tag team champions. But Roxanne Perez got the wrestle in front of 50,000 people.
I didn't like that at all. Going back to the fans and the way the fans really were so drawn into this show. I'm wondering, do you think the Unreal perhaps maybe having a different effect and making things a little bit bigger, making things a little bit more exciting for the fans from the aspect to where everybody now is a booker. Everybody now is promoting the show. Everybody now is really invested in the storylines and how the storyline is going to play out. And reason I say that is because night one, I was watching a video, and it was after Jade Cargill lost to Tiffany Stratton. It was a black female. She had shot a video and posted it on YouTube, and she was crying. She was bawling. She was so totally wanting her girl Jade Cargill to win that championship. She couldn't even go back in the stadium. She couldn't even watch anymore. And so I'm wondering, is this Unreal really giving us a chance, to see people really, buy into, getting that pen and paper and wanting to write the script?
Well, to me, what's so smart about that show and the point you just made is that, yes, everybody's taking stock in the game. And the thing is, when everybody thinks that they know, it's much easier to work them, right? like once they think like it's the people who go in and like you always say the magic show. It's like the people who go, oh, I know how he did that. Those are the ones that you could probably get the easiest.
Oh, they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back and trust me, they'll be back to watch the show again.
Exactly.
Even though they're saying that, they'll be back to watch the show again.
Yeah. And the thing is this too with finishes, and I saw some online chatter like, oh man, too many. Literally, I saw a tweet from a fan said too many heels won tonight, and it was a complaint. And I thought, wait a minute, you mean the heels have heat? Like because they won?
Yeah.
You're upset because the heels won. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's supposed to happen.
Yeah. No, man. Like I said, I'm totally seeing like the writing on the wall, and people really want to become a part of the show. Really want to, it just like you just said, thinking that and then when it just like I say, when Brock Lesnar came back and nobody knew, only thing you could say when you thought you knew was, oh man, they got me. You know what I mean? So you're almost like playing with yourself, as far as how close can I
don't mess with my little privates, man.
How close can I get to actually, having it right, at the end of the night?
Yes.
That right there definitely has to be something. It's almost like a game that you're playing, So I think
that you're 100% right. You're 100% right. And to me, yes, going in there going like, oh, look, I predicted a perfect SummerSlam is just as
exactly my point.
It's just as thrilling as just watching the show without having that in there.
That's almost as thrilling as us winning that money in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You actually biting your nails right there at the end of it because you're wondering what's gonna happen. So I can see actually people getting involved from that perspective, from this Unreal perspective, and things. Now I don't know. I could be wrong on that, but it seems like that crowd, in East Rutherford at MetLife, it seemed like they were totally into everything that's going on, even though they knew what was going on.
Well, you know what? Also, and to me, this is like where conspiracy theories start. Like my mind starts thinking too far ahead of itself, which is a dangerous thing. But it's like, how far does it go? Like, how far are you willing to work the shoot into a work? Which is like my new favorite phrase, because it's like, I'm telling you, I would hate to be a quote unquote wrestling journalist if there is such a thing right now, because all these people are about to get worked all the time. Every bit of information you're going to get there's going to be some motivation to put that story out there. Like even the stuff with Karrion Kross. I don't know if Karrion Kross is leaving the show or not. I'm not sure. Everyone's saying he's done. He's wrapped. WWE's not, they don't see it in him or what have you. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. But guess what it's made me do? Pay attention to Karrion Kross.
Exactly.
So like the Unreal era is just another way of working the people.
You know what? Like I say, I like it. I really
4D chess.
Like I say, when the first person you're gonna call is Travis Scott. You know it's real.
I ain't seen old Travis in a minute. He hasn't been on the show.
Well, then you Jelly Roll, took that spot, man, and Jelly Roll took
Jelly
it to
went and did it.
level. Jelly took that splash from Logan Paul like a champ. Big ups to the roll. All right, big ups to the roll. Because I'm gonna tell you, it was solid. It was solid as it could be. He took all of it.
He took all of it. And how often does the celebrity come in and take the losing fall?
Just get took out.
How many times has that happened? I don't think that's ever happened. Where the celebrity takes the losing fall.
Man, Jelly gonna get his leg back. He gonna get his leg back. Jelly ain't going nowhere. Jelly in the gym right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, he in the gym training. Right now. He's not just sitting on the sofa, eating a bag of donuts, he's snacking on some chips or something like that. No, he's in the gym training, brother. Trust me.
I know we're up against a break, but one thing I want to say about Jelly Roll before we get out of here to the next segment is he was doing an interview post his match from Complex while the main event's going on. And this is how much of a fan Jelly Roll is. In the middle of the interview, he goes, "Hold on a minute, man. Hold on." Because Seth's music hits. He goes, "Oh my God, look at it. Seth Rollins. I told y'all. Bootleg Cam, what I tell you?" And he was so into it. He made this interviewer stop her whole spiel.
Bro, he's the real deal, man. I'm serious. Jelly Roll, he is the real deal. Big up to Jelly Roll going out there and representing at SummerSlam. Hey, man, stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Oh, yeah, baby. That reminds me of what's going down this weekend. Summer of Champions right there in Texas City, Texas. 9300 Emmett F. Lowry Expressway, the Walker, Texas Lawyer Raider. Oh, yes, man. You guys got to come out there and check it out, man. Little company called DSS. They hooked us up, and we got enough room for you. We got enough room because we had the construction crew in again just last week, making a little bit more room for you people. You know what I mean? And here in the Hall of Fame, it's all about the people. You know what I mean? It's like, I say dead people. Oh, yes, man. But now Summer Champions is going down this week. I'm excited. Summer Champions 11 years straight. We've done this, and this one is going to be perhaps the biggest with Ms. Parker. Jada Parker from NXT will be stepping inside the building, man. And everybody right now is, like I say, waiting and anticipating Miss Parker, baby. Oh, yes. How you feel about Miss Parker coming in?
I'm a big fan.
I know you, going to be dressed to impress. You know what I mean? One thing,
look at me now.
You got that.
I'm in my house and I'm looking like this. You know what I mean? Looking like only I can look. Woo!
None of you guys gonna have to worry because we have that brand new AC unit kicking in. And how many BTUs? I don't know how many BTUs, but it's kicking out a lot of BTUs.
10,000 BTUs.
So we gonna cool you off and everything, man. Inside. So come out there and have some fun, guys. Come out there and have some fun. 7:00 bell time. I think we're gonna be streaming this title match.
Yes.
Network. So don't miss out. Even if you're not in the building, guys, check out some reality wrestling. If you haven't checked it out for the first time, check out reality wrestling and let us know what you think about it.
Yeah, can't wait for this Saturday. Summer Champions 11 is always my Summer Champions, like along with the Last Stand Rumble. Those are my two favorite shows of the year. And you're gonna have a hair versus hair match. Will All Day versus Danny Limelight. Someone's getting their head shaved in front of a sold out house.
You know what? After watching SummerSlam Night 2, why don't we just make every match no disqualification?
Well, you know what? You know what? Similar to that is we kind of already have, because we're going to have a cage match for the Reality Wrestling Glory Championship. AJ Francis taking on Chandler Hopkins, the King of the Summer Battle Royal, a fatal four-way match for the Reality Wrestling Texas Championship, a fatal four-way match for the Reality Wrestling Tag Team titles, and I believe a fatal four-way match for the Reality Wrestling Women's Championship. Those are all going down on the same show. And then a Samoan street fight will be in our main event. Ryan Davidson challenges the defending Zilla Fatu in the main event at Summer of Champions 11. This is something that you cannot miss if you're anywhere in the vicinity and you just want to. You're gonna have to maybe stand for the show by this time, but you're gonna have to go get whatever tickets are left.
Well,
you're gonna have to find yourself there.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Before we did the show, we had 28 tickets left.
So there you go.
So we're gonna be sold out, but we will try to make some room some way, somehow, to try to get you guys in the building. So show up. And,
but I am excited to see Miss Parker in the building.
Oh yeah, baby. We're gonna see the high step. I'm talking about them gambling tigers. She's gonna step inside Texas City, baby.
Sometimes I'ma act bizarre.
That's my favorite part. I think I'm gonna get the t-shirt. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna get the t-shirt and everything.
So I went and listened. For people who don't know, that's the Will Smith freestyle Lemonade Lounge, I believe.
Uncut version.
You know, and I was reading the comments on it, and these people are just eviscerating him. They're just so mean.
You know what, though? You know what? These kids probably never really watched Will Smith in his heyday do what he do. You know what I mean? You know what? What's crazy is a lot of the kids that's shredding him probably didn't even know he was a rapper.
That's most likely true.
I'm serious. I mean, let's be frank. Come on. Some kids come up to me sometime and they never knew I was a wrestler. All they knew me as a commentator.
It's crazy.
Serious. So I can imagine Will Smith had a full career in Hollywood. I'm talking about A-lister. I'm talking about A-lister to the point to where he was creating his own movies. That After Earth or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That kind of stuff with his son bringing nothing but family in, and it's just him and his son in the whole damn movie.
It wasn't good. It wasn't very good. I like Will Smith.
You feel what I'm saying? But
it wasn't very good.
There's a lot of kids these days probably don't even, know Will Smith as a rapper and not just as a rapper, but as a corny rapper. I mean, Will Smith was
corny.
I mean, Will Smith was never serious. You know what I mean? And I never looked at Will Smith serious. I always looked at Will Smith as a corny rapper.
Yeah, getting jiggy with it. Miami, Men in Black, Wild West. These are all very. Parents just don't understand. Even though it's a good one, it's definitely a corny record.
It's a corny record, but how catchy is it?
Oh, parents just don't understand. It's great.
Oh man, it's like stuck in your head once you start rocking with it for a while. It's like you can't get it out. That beat, damn it, just that beat take you on a ride.
He's the rapper and I'm the rapper and he's the DJ. It's a great album. If you're early like 80s hip hop fan, 87, 88, I think is when that album came out. But I do love this, and then we'll get into our super chats. But in this freestyle, if you gotta watch this if people haven't seen it, because he is so serious. Like he is not playing around at all. This is Will Smith, King Richard, right? I'm the Oscar winner. And he does I think it's called the Lemonade Lounge freestyle. And then you know the face a rapper makes when they think they just said something hard, like they look at you like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Said, I just bit off more than I could chew. Then I chewed it. And he looks like, I know y'all felt that.
Sometimes I'ma act bizarre.
You know what? You go to sleep listening to that. I bet you do. You know what? I remember one time we went on 106 in Park, and it was John Cena and I. And John Cena was the only white guy on the show. I mean, he was the only white guy. And literally, they asked him to do a freestyle. And boom, man, John Cena took the mic and just went in deep. And boom, everybody loved it. I was like, wow. That's what I really knew John Cena was the real deal.
What year was that, do you think, if you had to guess? 04, 05?
Yeah, it was early when I came into WWE. It was really early. I mean, it was really early. You know what I mean?
Do you remember who the host was?
It might have been 03. It might have been 03. Something like that. Like when I first came into WWE.
Was that still when it was AJ and Free, or is that when Terrence and Roxy took over?
I think it was AJ and Free. AJ
and Free.
Yeah.
And
John Cena came in, man. He blew up the scene. I was like, man, this dude's good. You know what I mean? I was like, this guy's the real deal.
He can do it.
Yeah, seriously. And because he was totally caught on the spot. And he had no problem taking the mic and just bang, knocking it out.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes he might act bizarre. I remember he had like a diss to I think he like dissed Jay-Z and Fabulous one time, like at WrestleMania. He had like a freestyle to Fabulous and Jay-Z. I don't know, but John Cena's a GOAT. That Will Smith freestyle, everybody should go check out. Let's get to a couple super chats, book.
Check it out. Super chat.
It's from Marcus Craig. Naomi is the top female in the game right now. She is the world's champion. I think, Rhea might have something to say about that. Maybe.
I mean, look here. I understand exactly what the brother's saying. Naomi is doing her best damn work right now. No nonsense. She going out there and she's just knocking it out of the park. I mean, her timing is great. This is the Naomi that I've been talking about for years. This one right here. I always said Naomi was the best athlete in the women's locker room. I say, but it's something that I need her to work on that's going to really take her to the next level. And she, maybe it was her leaving the WWE and going to TNA and having that run. But what I was talking about was her storytelling, her being able to go out there and really be able to, like have that reverb from, being able to bounce it off and let the crowd not just see it, but being able to feel it when something happens in the ring. And when I watched this match, Naomi's timing is unbelievable right now. She gets it. Okay. So yeah, I co-sign on Naomi. And I always have. I always wanted the best for Naomi. And right now, she's shining, living her good life, brother. Champagne wishes, caviar dreams.
And it was her father who played her out to the ring on guitar on Sunday, which is pretty cool. He's like a really great guitar player, and he got to play a part of her entrance. Proceed with caution. That's a good catchphrase, too. I got to be honest with you. I really like that.
I like it. Yeah.
That's good. Our next one, Kai Toenail. I don't want to rush it, but I want to see Roxanne with the IC title. That should be her next step. I know hitting Pop Rocks on Flair was a highlight. She did hit Pop Rocks on Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss beat Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez for the women's tag team titles at night 1. Do you think we should see a Roxanne IC push? Her and Becky Lynch? Her and the man?
I'm going to tell you right now, the sky's the limit for Roxanne Perez. It really is. I mean, she's right now swimming with the big fish, and she looks like she fits right in. That's what I love about Roxanne Perez. She's stepping up to the moment and going out there and representing the hell out of reality of wrestling, because she is truly reality of wrestling's finest. She truly is. So for me, IC title, I can see that. I can see that. Just more history for the young lady by the name of Roxanne Perez.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Big shout out to all the women too, because they had a great triple threat match, great tag match, IC title match, and I think Tiffany and Jade had a really solid women's title match, and I like it.
Could have been a little longer.
Could have been a little longer, but you know what? Like they have about the same amount of experience, I believe, inside the ring.
I think so.
That's a big spot, both athletes.
When you measure it, I think so. Yeah. When you look at it that way, yeah, you might be right.
Yeah. So anyway, but great showing by the women overall, and no shock there. Oscar Bum. Who was the realer American, Hogan or Bolea? Well, I guess Hogan was really. Right?
I think Hogan was, yeah.
Because that's the character.
Yeah.
The character was I was a real American. Callie Toenail said, what's y'all's take on the Wyatt 6? It's a little lackluster to me. That title that should have changed hands. Great match, though. Thousands of spots. Yeah, shout out to all those guys and girls who were involved in that tag match. They did a lot of stuff, too, that was very, I would be like, hell no, y'all do that. I'm not doing that. So shout out to them.
Yeah, well, I mean, Callie, come on, Callie, you book the show all the time. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Wyatt 6 go, you got to put some shine on them. They're there. I mean, we got them. We got to put the titles on them. We got to make them bigger than they actually can make themselves. That's normally where a promoter will look at this thing. Do the other guys need the championship? They're getting in times due. But right now, we got to focus on Wyatt 6. That's the way I'm looking at it. If I'm booking it, if I'm promoting this thing, you know what I mean?
I agree with you.
I'm not going to just let those guys go out and try. I'm gonna try to make those guys if their asses can stay out of Whataburger, Jack in the Box, or wherever it was. You know what I mean? We could do something with them.
Two points to that. Before the TLC match, they did shout out to the Dudleys and the Hardy Boys, who were both in attendance. Hold on,
Dudleys.
They were both in attendance at the show, and I believe, unless my ears deceive me, I think Michael Cole said they're going to have one last match at Bound for Glory. I believe that's what my ear heard.
At what? At Bound for Glory.
TNA Bound for Glory.
Yeah, somebody better have the oxygen on call.
Look. Here's what I would want. If that match does happen, I'm starting it now. Right now, I'm lobbying for Black Snow to be on the call. I'm lobbying for it. I want it to happen. Black Snow.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Forget about it.
Can you imagine? Wait,
I'm not gonna be there for that. I'm not gonna be there. I'm not gonna be there for.
Can you imagine? Wait, can you imagine? You're commentating as Black Snow, and they both, they're doing some ladder spot, and you get up from the desk and go in the ring and just shove them off into some tables. And you see Devon turn to dust, and Matt turns to shreds.
No, I want
it'd be so good.
I want to be somewhere watching that. If it happened, I want to be somewhere in my RV, really, really enjoying that match, because I definitely got to see it if it's going down.
We got one more here before we get out of here. D'Angelo Brown, who had the worst heel run, Austin in 2001 or Cena in 2025? We actually have two more.
I think Cena's run is looking pretty good in 2025, to be honest, man. I mean,
his heel run. Did you like his heel run?
I mean, I don't think it was a heel run. You know what I mean? I thought we was messing around. I mean, he was experimenting. You know what I mean? He was trying something. But everybody's just not meant to be a heel. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean?
I think if I were to pick what's the worst run, I think that when Austin turned heel in 2001, the company actually it actually hurt the company's business. The bottom lines hurt. The ticket sales were not good. When Austin had an effect on business, that's you're talking about at his peak. 2001 is probably the hottest Steve Austin was, 99 through 2001. For Cena in 25, I think that Cena turning heel at Elimination Chamber is second only to Hogan turning at Bash on the Beach as most surprising heel turn, in the history of the business. And so Austin's turn at WrestleMania 17.
I thought it started out good. Yeah.
Started out great.
Yeah.
Started out great.
Yeah.
Great turn. D'Angelo Brown, last one. You can tell Cardi B was nervous hosting SummerSlam. She did kick off the show. We didn't see a whole lot of Cardi B, but we did see her at the top of the show. She did do an interview on Complex where you did get a shout out like you typically do when Cardi B talks about WWE. She loves you. She loves Batista. She loves Eddie Guerrero.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's nerve wracking. I mean, it's, as big as Cardi B is, being out there on stage doing a thing, it's different. It really is different, being a part of the WWE universe and having to walk out there and do that thing. You know what I mean? So I don't begrudge her or anything like that. Cardi B, I wish I would have been there to see her. Wish I could have met her and taken a photo with her. Seriously.
Yeah. Cardi B, man. Shout out to Cardi B. But those are all of our super chats today. SummerSlam 2025 is in the book. Summer of Champions 11, though, is still upon us. Get back to school right by coming by the Reality of Wrestling on Saturday night.
You don't want to miss out. You don't want to get shut out. It's going to be on like a Stephen Potter neck bone on Saturday. It's going to be it's gonna be cool in the building, but trust me, by the end of the night, it's gonna get hot. It's gonna get real hot. But I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame. Get your champagne, wish carry your dreams, as well as Bradley for all the heavy lifting, man. We appreciate you, dog, as always. And until next time, here inside the Hall of Fame, peace. We love you, and we out.